Yesterday, the Karnataka High Court has given a stay order on the prosecution in Siddaramaia's case. How do you see this?
See, legal issues, I think it's up to the court how to look at it. But what is very clear is how partisan and one-sided the governor is behaving. And it is very clear that he is playing, whatever he is doing is under the instructions of the BJP party and the central government. So it is, he is behaving in an unconstitutional manner. And that is what is condemnable, because he is trying to besmirch the name of the chief minister. He is trying to create disturbance in Karnataka's government, and he is working against the interest of the people of Karnataka now. So that is what is very, very dangerous.
But the BJP claims that just because Tawarchand Gehlot is a Dalit, you are targeting him.
See, now these are all, nobody even knew what community he belonged to, right? And these are all simply, trying to divert the issue. Issue is he is failing in his constitutional duties, and he is trying to destabilize the government, and he is playing favoritism. Now that is not something that can be tolerated, because in democracy, an elected government should not be destabilized or troubled by a constitutional post like the governor. And this is the act, this is what everywhere in India, if you see how the governors are behaving, now we have to really question how to correct this, because these things are going too far. Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra, we saw what happened. Then so many, I can give you numerous, West Bengal, the Delhi. So governors are becoming, extra constitutional authorities, and they are working against the interests of the state, of which they are the official head.
Sir, if you notice in Guru Raghavendra bank scam, your government have passed an order saying that you will hand over the case to CBI in the month of December. Now there is an RTI reply which shows that CBI has not taken over that particular case. How do you see this?
See, this is the problem, no? When CBI... See, today we have lost faith in all institutions, especially in the center. Whether it's in Enforcement Directorate, Income Tax, CBI, and now even SEBI, which was still no above board, then C&AG, then the Statistical Institute. You take any institution today, it's all compromised. So today we are losing faith in our constitutional, agencies and autonomous agencies. So this is very worrisome and dangerous for the democracy, no? So,
of Guru Raghavendra bankers are the ultimate sufferers.
Correct. So when CBI is looking at, for other cases, they'll come and take suo moto, where they have political interests, where it's going to benefit BJP. Suo moto, they'll come and take case. Now, when the bank fraud happened in the Valmiki Nigama, they've come good, nothing wrong. We're not saying that they're doing anything wrong. Their ED also came in, CBI also came in. But there are so many, that's what we said, all these bank frauds have taken place. Why didn't ED not enter that? Guru Raghavendra Bank and there's another bank, I'm forgetting the name. In Karnataka I'm talking, in Bangalore. So those banks, why didn't ED come in? Why didn't CBI not pursue it seriously? So all these things are showing how the system is collapsing. And this is a dictatorship which is working. So all are indications of how we are losing ourselves, we are losing our democratic foundations, are becoming weak. That's a serious issue that somehow, whether it's Supreme Court, all of these institutions have to really think and look hard, because so many cases are pending in Supreme Court, which needs adjudication, which needs final judgments, whether it is an electoral bond issue, whether it is a PM CARES issue, whether it is Jammu and Kashmir issue. So many issues are just hanging. So all these things need to be addressed properly by the Supreme Court also.
My final question on Ivan D'Souza, sir. He made a controversial statement that if governor doesn't take back his prosecution order, the Raj Bhavan will face the music of Bangladesh. A similar thing will be replicated, attacking Raj Bhavan and governor, sir.
Yeah, I think, these kind of statements, we can attack the governor today because of how he is behaving. But I think to take it to an extreme position is not good. I don't think it is good for public discourse. So I wouldn't say that is a good statement he's made. And he also, I think, will take it back. And our intention is not that. We want to, yesterday, there were some incidents in Bangalore. Immediately those 3 people have been arrested. So law and order should not be weakened, and nobody should take law into their hands.